All right. Well, hey, this is John and Kevin coming to you in a new form in 2020, the podcast. We've been told that a lot of people like to listen to the month end results rather than watch us, so we're obliging that request.
I understand that.
All right, let's start off with a big thank you for a super strong December and an amazing 2019. You collectively sold 10,800 vehicles in December, which was 105% of the objective, ranked number 2 nationally in objective attainment, 1 out of 4 regions to hit the number, 6.8% of the nation's business versus 6.3 last year, and number 3 volume among the TMS regions. Awesome job. Kevin, how were sales on your side of the house?
We had a great December as well. December started with a bang and continued all month as customers swarmed dealership drives to get their vehicles serviced. We smashed our GPP objective for the month, exceeding it by over $1 million. On a year-to-date basis, we exceeded our goal of $210 million by 2.7%, coming in just under $215 million.
All right, well, you know what? On the sales side of the house for the year, dealers sold 123,900 vehicles, which was 1,000 less than last year, recording 3 monthly best evers, one of which was an all-time best ever along the way. While we were down 1,000 units from 2018, we experienced a roughly 1% decrease, which outpaced TMS's 2.2% decrease for the year, and far less than our Denver industry's 3.5% decline. When you dig into the numbers, you find that we held steady on light truck last year, declining only 0.4% versus TMS at 0.8%. The real story is passenger car, where, while posting a decrease, we shrank by 2%, and the nation decreased by close to 5%. Importantly, when compared to our 14% industry decline in passenger car, our modest 2% decrease yielded 1.5 percentage points of share growth, as we picked up orphan customers in many of our passenger car segments. We'll explore new ways to tap into the passenger car market in 2020 as volume nameplates shuffle in and out of play. Now, Kevin, key products are a big part of your business. How do we do there?
That they are, John. Thanks for asking. Key products finished up strong with increases across the board, including batteries, which have been a struggle all year. Tires, which are one of the staple retention tools, came in at a strong 7% increase. Remember that 92% of the people you ask to buy tires will do so have a solid process in place for checking tires on the drive. Looking over at the incentives, Santa delivered in December as he dumped sleighs full of cash on battery and brake selling ASMs, technicians, and parts personnel. January continues with the bounty as the region asks ASMs to see clearly in 2020. The top battery selling techs and ASMs will win $150 for their efforts. John, what's going on over key series over on the new car sales side?
We had some really interesting key series over the course of the last year. So you look at Corolla, it was up 0.8% over the prior year, double TMNA's performance. Helping boost Corolla sales were Corolla Hybrid and Corolla Hatchback, which posted a best ever year. Camry experienced a 1% decline versus TMS's almost 5% decrease. In this Denver region mid-size segment, that's down close to 20%. So although it's early for year-end registrations, our trend indicates that we may close out 2019 with a 25% market share in the mid-size segment. RAV4 had a great year. It was up 5% over prior, outpacing TMS's 4% gain. RAV recorded a best ever December and best ever year results with 23,881 sales. RAV Hybrid also did well with a best ever December and year, beating the prior best ever year in 2017 by more than 2,300 sales. Highlander and 4Runner posted their second best year on record, while Tacoma was up 4%. TMS was flat. Tacoma posted a best ever December and year in 2019. Along the way, Pickup scored a best ever year, while SUVs posted a second best ever year, just 125 units away from tying last year's best ever. All right, Kevin. Well, why don't you talk about retention, and then we'll get back to new car sales.
All right, thanks, John. January marks the official launch of TLE, Leo, and CXI. We've been talking about it for months since our in-district training in October. I'm sure there'll be a bunch of questions. Now that it's live, our field travelers are here to help. Make sure that you leverage the additional questions option as well as the social media opt-in. John, how do our volume dealers do out there?
Well, none of our results would have been possible without a strong commitment to volume. Yellowstone Toyota recorded an all-time best ever month last month, while Riverview, Surprise, Stephen Wade, Hamilton, Hatch, State Line, Turner, and Yellowstone recorded best ever Decembers. Our top 10 new volume dealers were Wright, Findlay, Camelback, Avondale, Arapahoe, Earnhardt, Mountain States, Big Two, Groove, and Tempe. They recorded 36% of our new car business. And our top 10 TCUV dealers were Findlay, Avondale, Mountain States, Wright, Camelback, Centennial, Las Vegas, Tempe, Groove, and Bell Road. They recorded 46% of our TCUV business. Thank you to all the dealers out there for your strong commitment to volume. It clearly showed in 2019. Staying on TCUV, we recorded a best ever month in December. That was 7 total best ever months in 2019. Your work produced a 7.6% share of nation with 2,580 sales, accompanied by 108.4% of objective attainment. Year to date, you sold 28,370 TCUVs, which was 15% more than last year. We outpaced TMS's 12.5% increase.
Staying on the retention track, prepaid maintenance is another sure way to keep customers coming back to your store instead of them defecting to the aftermarket. With that in mind, TCP and TSC are here to help. We even help you with selling by offering Build Your Bankroll stair-step incentives where top selling associates earn up to $20 per contract. Top contract selling associates will also be added to a pot for a chance at several $200 pulls. In December, you sold a total of 1,608 combined contracts. Avondale takes the #1 spot for combined contracts with 275, and Findlay takes the #1 spot for TCP with 130 contracts. Either way, it is a heck of a way to stay in touch with those customers after Toyota Care. Takata airbags and overall capacity are two of the serious issues we face. Takata can be assisted by accessing the free SOAR list and asking your BDCs to invite those customers in for repair that may save their life or prevent serious injury. Capacity is a much larger animal. To affect capacity, processes in both the bay and the drive must be improved. Staffing during peak times as well as optimizing schedules must be examined as well. It is a big project and we'll be focusing on this in 2020. John, what's going on nationally?
Well, Kevin, nationally and across the industry, these are preliminary results, but they indicate that the light vehicle SAAR forecast was 16.9 million for the month. Previous month was 17.2 and last year was 17.4. The retail SAAR was 14.5 versus 15 in November and last year's same month. TMS's sales of 207,000 were down 2.4% on a DSR basis versus last December. Preliminary share is estimated at 13.5. Our fleet sales were 6.4% of total. Honda was down 8.4%. Preliminary share is estimated at 8.9%. Nissan sales were down 26.7%. Their share is estimated at 6.8%. Their fleet was 27.5% of their business. Subaru sales were up 0.5 point. Their share is estimated at 4.1. Hyundai sales were up 5.9. Their share is estimated at 4.4. And finally, we have GM sales listed as 2.5% decrease. Their share is estimated at 17.9, with 20% of their business in fleet. Kevin and I want to say thank you again for an amazing December and an outstanding performance across 2019. New and redesigned products will fill our calendar in 2020. We're both wishing you a Happy New Year and a great start to the 2020 selling season.